Hello, Mike from Greenway. Welcome back to the channel. Well, what we're going to be doing with this car tomorrow is doing a range test. This is a 2019 Nissan Leaf SL Plus with a long range 62 kilowatt hour battery. It's rated for about 360 kilometers in the summer in ideal conditions, but it's supposed to be super cold tomorrow. It's supposed to go down to minus 27, minus 28 Celsius overnight. That's somewhere around minus 20 Fahrenheit. And we're going to be running it all across different activities, doing some errands, doing some driving back and forth on the highway and the city. So what I'll be doing is charging it up today and then sticking it outside overnight so it really frosts up and has the full effect of the cold. And then in the morning we'll get going and give you some updates throughout the day, and let's see how much range we can get out of this car when the conditions are far from ideal. So if that's of interest to you, please follow me and let's see how things turn out tomorrow. Okay, car's pretty frosty, sitting outside overnight. Let's see if it'll let us in. Yep. Okay. Whew, chilly. Okay, let's get started up, warm it up a bit here. Okay, so car says we're fully charged, 100%. We have a range of 225 kilometers. Now let me turn off the eco mode there. 212. And the temperature is minus 25. So let's head out for the day and see how far we can go. We're running some errands back and forth. I'll give you an update later. Okay, it's a little midday update here. We've been doing some errands, driving around. Temperature's gone up to minus 19, and you can see the mileage has increased there, 118,754. I did forget to mention I did reset trip meter A this morning, so we've gone so far 57.5 kilometers, and the battery now is down to 64% state of charge. So if we just do rough math there, if we figure 64 is approximately a third of the battery, you know, we should be getting somewhere around 160, 170 total on the charge, although car is indicating we still have 150. In any case, and our mileage, we've been doing about half highway driving and half city driving, so just a mix of different driving today. So that's where the update is, and we'll check in later. Okay, we're at the 50% update now, and we have done 68.2 kilometers, which is really horrible economy. You can see the average economy has been creeping up. I didn't reset that today. That's from the last 1,000 or so kilometers, but you can see here my average economy. I've been doing a lot of waiting and sitting, so it's not been very good. And the car still estimates 120 kilometers on half a charge, even though we've only gone 68 so far. But anyway, we're just going to keep on going and see how the rest of the day progresses. Okay, last update for the day. We're done our driving around, and I didn't deplete the battery entirely, but we can do some math here to figure out what my range is going to be. And you can see our average did improve slightly, because if we look at the last hour or so of driving, You can see here on the left-hand side where it was at 45 or 450 watt hours per kilometer, or here. This is where we stopped, and we were 10 minutes or so picking up something and doing an errand, and we left the car on because we wanted to keep it warm, because the temperature is minus 22. It's pretty cold. So we were abusing the battery power significantly just for our own comfort. And we had the heated seats on all day. We had the heated steering wheel on all day. And, you know, this is what ends up happening. We're also doing errands. So we stopped the car, shut it off for an hour or two, and then turn it on again. It has to reheat from dead cold again, because after a couple hours it gets really cold. So anyway, let's take a look where we're at. So we're at 26% battery remaining. The car is estimating 63 kilometers, which maybe is possible if we drove really gently, but I was not doing that today. I was just using the power as much as possible. I wasn't abusing it, but I was definitely using every convenience available to me so that I was personally comfortable and warm. So let's take that number, and so we've used 74% of the battery, and oh, look at that, it just switched to the 25. All right, well, okay, we used 75% of the battery, and we went 100.9 kilometers. So let's just grab our calculator here. So we have 100.9 kilometers, and then we use 75%, so I'll divide that by 0.75. And then that means we should be getting about 134.5 kilometers out of this charge if I continued using the power like I was. And you know, I had guests in my car. I had, you know, the heated seats were both on and everything. So 134 kilometers. Now this car is rated for 350 kilometers. So if we do that 134 and we divide it by the rated range of 350, we only got 38% of our rated range, or in other words, we were down by about 62% reduction because of the way I was using the car today. So that's quite a big reduction, but I mean, I was not sparing on the electricity at all. We had nice comfy interior temperature the whole time, and you know, that's what happens when you're running the car for big chunks of the day. But the good news is I knew I was going to be reducing the range, and it got me from A to B to C to D to E to F all day today and all the way back home. So some closing thoughts. Was that a terrible economy we got today? Absolutely. Was that a shocking result? I'm pretty shocked, actually. I didn't know I would be able to use that much power in such a short distance. You know, 62% reduction in range over its stated range. But it was pretty cold. I mean, I left it out overnight. It was minus 27 this morning, Celsius, minus 20 Fahrenheit. Yeah, and you know, really, you know, the car started out dead frozen cold, and throughout the day it's been cold all day. So it's just been continually fighting and trying to keep us warm, and it's been very comfortable, very good. And if I was you know, doing something more you know, consistent, and what I mean is if I was doing a road trip, you know, I'd be just setting the cruise control, and I'm sure we would be able to get some better economy out of it, rather than what I got today with all the stops and starts and shut-offs and ons and waiting and all that stuff with the heat on. So you can expect at least to get 134 kilometers, 135 out of your Nissan Leaf with the long range to 62 kilowatt hour battery, and that's absolutely worst case scenario. I can't think of any situation where I could get even worse economy. It's just going to get better from here. So anyway, hopefully this was interesting or informative. If you found it interesting, please consider giving me a thumbs up, and also I hope you would look at subscribing to my channel. I've got some other tests with other EVs as well, and we'll put them through some harsh testing in the winter. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.